open another season at Doak Campbell Stadium. The Seminoles ready to get this thing started and open the season. Bringing it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Purdue's offense will have first crack at this one. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Smith wants to throw. And wings it incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And that's why you do explosive work in the weight room. Arm day's a good thing as he gets to the 23. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Man, this is a defense that prides themselves on stopping the run, and that is a huge statement on their opponent's opening drive of the game. 3rd and short, they don't just get a stop. They get a tackle for loss. That sends a very clear message that they're going to be the more physical side today.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. So Florida State's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And guys, defenses have been trying to figure out for years how to keep this guy from getting open, and they just can't seem to solve the riddle.
No, this guy has experience. He's been in the big moments, and it's so nice to have a guy that's been in your system, in your scheme. He knows the in and outs. You can move him all over the field. You can't place a premium high enough on a guy that knows the system inside and out.
You're right, and tell you, it was a great day for this offense when he decided to come back for his senior year, too. There were a lot of people that thought he might declare for the NFL. They weren't sure if they were going to lose him to the portal or not. He decided to come back. He believes this offense can do something special, and if they're going to do that, then he's obviously going to have a big year.
The Seminoles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now. Got enough space, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
Every offense talks about being physical, setting the tone. That is exactly what the offense just did. Run the football every play down the field. Don't try to trick them. Don't try to confuse them. Just be physical and set a tone.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll return it. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Rides the back on the option, the give. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run play action. Got his man. He gets it up across the 20 to the 22 before he's pushed out of bounds. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the door. Smith dropping to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Boilermakers send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A low line drive and short kick. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Let's take a second here to talk about Florida State. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't...
Touchdown, Seminoles!
I bet this coaching staff is jacked up to get this offense firing so fast early in the season, on point. A lot of times it takes time to build the rhythm. It takes time to get it rolling. This offense started the season off with a bang.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Looking to take a shot. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
Smith wants to throw. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that. Boilermakers decide to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
On the ground, it's Marks. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. The Boilermakers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They'll move the chains. Offense getting set for first down. Leaves it with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on 3rd down at the dope. Smith dropping to pass. Unloads to the right. He makes a catch. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42. The Boilermakers are moving quickly down the field. Goes to the option. Spins away from the defense.
It's a veteran defense. Prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
On the option. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Going for it all. And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle in the back corner of the end zone. The Boilermakers will try to pin them back with the punt. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting to drive from their own 1. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this offense doesn't have much space to go backwards anymore. Right? They've given that up, man. You got to be physical. You got to find a way to get this ball out of the area of your own end zone. You don't want to flirt with the safety, and that means being physical and getting your back downhill, not going backwards.
That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Fires to the middle. Can't make the catch. He was open on the crossing route, and instead they're facing a 4th down. And the Seminoles will punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. He'll ride his man on the option. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Smith wants to throw. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. The play action fake. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. And this is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success because right now they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Takes the handoff. It's Marks. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Looking for room at the 40. Breaks into the open. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, no! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all three facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Last completion moved the sticks in, and let's see if they try it again. Smith dropping to pass. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Part of being a defender, especially against the passes, you got to see where that receiver's going to. And when he sticks his foot in the ground, you could tell when he stuck his foot in the ground, that in route was breaking in. They knew it, broke on it, swatted the ball down, and made a nice play.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Charles. They make the tackle at the 33, and it is well short of the first down. And the Boilermakers will bring the punt team onto the field. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He'll field the punt and look for room. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. They go to the ground. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes 2nd down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
There he goes. Knocked down at the 25-yard line, picked up 10 there, and gets a first down. The Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Now the play fake. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Handoff from the gun. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Looking to pass. It's Everett. Quickly complete. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job.
Touchdown, Florida State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout. It's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. But will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout. And man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Now facing a 3rd and long. Smith wants to throw. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Boilermakers will send out the punt unit. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They've been outstanding here in this first half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time high. Great first half. I'm going to get more fun. I'm not scared with the lead when I got the football.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You can see the quarterback's body language. He wants to go. He wants to go tempo. He wants to take shots. They're trying to light this scoreboard up.
And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Under fire. Hauls it in, the first down and more. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles.
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Smith dropping to pass. Trying to set up the screen. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision. The Boilermakers will punt it away on 4th down. Halted in and looking upfield. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. In modern college football, Jesse, if there's time, there's an opportunity to attack.
And I like them being aggressive here too, guys. Look, they practiced this all week long. Now you're in that situation to go out there, have some fun, and let it fly.
And defenses are taught to stay deep, play prevent in these situations. So I think you could get a good chunk play and then possibly get a field goal to tack on before the half.
Makes the catch. They'll immediately call timeout.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
They'll try to pick up this 3rd down and keep the drive moving close to midfield. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Noles line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Offense has enough time to get off the play before we head to the half. Looking for room, it's Charles. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Boilermakers will kick it away to start the 2nd half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Making side adjustments here. Used the play fake. Now to throw. Looking deep. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Looking for more room. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job of breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Smith wants to throw. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. On target over the middle. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. A 1st down run on the doorstep. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Couldn't get any closer on 1st down. Now 2nd and goal from the 9. They'll send the back in motion. Back to pass. And the pass is complete, but less than nothing to show for it. They're knocked down behind the line. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. He got it. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help...
Breaks the tackle, and he's got room. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Looking to throw, it's Everett. Fires to the middle. They pick it off, and this defense, a much-needed play. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Rides the back and leaves it. Got some room to run. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Tries to slither forward on the sneak.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Using the quick game. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Boilermakers line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Makes the grab. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. The Boilermakers look to keep this drive humming. Looking to throw on first down. Sets up the screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, the offense trying to get the screen pass to the running back and get him out into space to do some damage, but the defense not having it. No gain on that play.
Gonna look downfield again. Into the house. Touchdown, Purdue! Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point cuts into the lead just a touch, 35-10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's recap that ACC matchup that has just gone final. Tulane delivered the knockout blow early in this one, en route to the type of win that can turn some heads there in the American. Trust me when I say the party is on in New Orleans. Never know what can happen when two good teams face off, but even the most plugged-in ACC fans have to be surprised by this one, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The Noles come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Leaves it with the running back. Plows through the defense. There he goes to the right. Touchdown, Noles! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And it's been more of the same in the second half for this offense, doing whatever they want. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game one, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far. And if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. The give on the option. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's got it on the right. On the move is the 30. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Looking for a gap. It's Charles. Pushes the pile for a couple of yards down at the 12.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Boilermakers will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll return it from around the 50. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. On the run deep down the right side. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. It'll be 3rd and long. Motion from the back. Dropping back, it's Everett. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Got the quick pass. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. And the Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. Now from inside the red zone. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. And what a way to end the quarter for this defense, forcing the big turnover. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. From the gun, running back gets the give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. The Boilermakers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll power it inside with the fullback. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And this This offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Well, the defense is not taking their foot off the gas. They've got a huge lead. We're early in the fourth quarter, and still they're getting pressure on this quarterback, registering a sack.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Fires left, and they can't make the connection on third down. And the Boilermakers will call on their punt team. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Off play action. Finds his tight end. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. Given the unrest surrounding this guy's future as the head coach, this would be a great way to get the season started.
Man, you want all the momentum you can get, and you want to quiet people down. You don't want it to get louder. The louder those murmurs talk about hot seat, and you have a tendency to lose your football team. It's a distraction. You have to talk about it all the time. So always nice, Palmer, to get off on the right foot.
You just got to be able to drown out the outside noise, right? Easier said than done. And with this win in week 1, they're going to silence the critics. But make no mistake, he's going to go into that locker room and say, everyone that's been talking trash about us all off season, they're going to love us now. Don't pay any attention to that. All that matters is what's in this locker room. They've got to take that attitude forward.
To the air, it's Everett. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
The Seminoles have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. He might want another play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Tyree. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. They blow the field goal. Something finally goes wrong. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Trying play action. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. The Boilermakers send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. The give and tick, 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 tick. The Seminoles with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. On the run, it's Marks. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense.
Headed to the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. And the Seminoles line it up with a 1st and goal. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And added on again. This offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Takes this handoff and headed to the right.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running.
Oh, he's got some space. And that's why you do explosive work in the weight room. Arm day's a good thing as he gets to the 23. The Boilermakers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Boilermakers decide to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the returner will be brought down. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Find some fresh air. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. The Seminoles lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. And the Noles with the 1st and 10. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Back to throw. It's Everett. Rushes on him. Takes a hit as he fires.